Ciao W.
You prefer
Hi.
ciao?
Ciao W.
I'm Rosita Missoni.
This is our life in party.
This is our life in parties. I grew up in a very special family. Head of the atelier used to bring me magazines. It's where I started knowing about fashion and learning about fashion. The first time I saw my husband, my future husband, was London because he was taking part to the Olympic Games of 1948. I saw this young Italian athlete with the hot blue tank top. When I came back to Italy, I was going to be 17. In my family, we did lots of parties. I said to a friend of mine, do you think if we tell Ottavio if he comes for my birthday? He said, why not? Yes. And he came. 5 years later, we married. We started doing active sportswear, little sweaters and things. La Rinascente in Milan invited us to present our collection, and we had our very first window in Milan, the beginning.
The name was not the name that became after, so we grew with the name. What I realized very soon is that my parents were very different from the parents of the pupils I was going to school with. That our home was a very open-minded home. It was not a classic bourgeois family.
It was difficult to understand what they actually did. But we saw the places where they were doing things. We saw there were machines, people in a small atelier cutting fabrics. What those things would have become, we had no idea. It was just our after school playground. Later on, we recognized by our
that we might
school
have been
friends
different already.
that we were looking a little different than the others, the way we were dressed, because we got strange sweaters, jersey pants.
I always thought that my parents did an invention in style, and I was always proud of that. And I always enjoy the color and I enjoy knit. Remember every single button, every single pocket, every single stripe or hair or makeup or earrings. I have the archive, the full archive, all in my mind.
In Florence,
At Palazzo Pitti?
At Palazzo Pitti. We were not allowed to do rehearsals on the models. At that time, there were already body stockings, wear without wearing a bra. But these models had still white bras, and it was a very transparent collection. I said to the girl, take off your bra. And under the light of the runway
very transparent for the time.
So scandal, we were sent.
But the light and especially the flash of the photographer made them there.
So it was scandal at Palazzo Pitti. One day my father realized and he said, why do we go to Florence to show when the airport is here and everybody lands here? At the time, the customer were almost the big customer was US. So they started Milano Fashion Week, basically.
The first actual party that we witnessed as kids. Piscina Solari was fun because it was a swimming pool with models and swimmers pushing models on top of floating armchairs. We were just playing around the room among tables and guests and enjoying this event.
She was greeting the guests. Anna Piaggi arrived and she had a
This was
black and white
1967.
a black and white dress. She went to Rosita and she said, look what I'm wearing. like if she had already a vintage. Like now I could see her expression, say, Rosita, look what I'm wearing.
Then the model fell in the water.
They all went in the water, so it was really a happening.
And
I would never have imagined that it could have finished like that, but it was quite spectacular.
the factory, as we have it today, was built in 1968, and it was in a countryside on a hill with a beautiful view of the mountains. It was inaugurated in a way with a party for our father's, my Ottavio's 50th birthday, which was 1971. We knew our parents had a lot of friends by then, and they all came.
And I think the secret of the parties at the time, it was always an interesting mix of people between friends and the fashion world, right? Coming from all over the world, transgenerational, 3 generations of friends, from her friends to our friend to the friends of our kids. There's been what you would say VIP, 60, 70 years of history. You've seen so much. From Monica Vitti to Lorraine Bacall, and then the rest goes like with... I used to decor those parties with my personal things. So I would take furniture from my garden. I collect garden furniture because I love to do garden parties. Try to transform the place, the restaurant or the ambience, to make it to become a very Missoni. Then the food is very important for a party.
Absolutely.
Food has always been very important. The table, even here at home, it's a very open table. You transmit that also to our parties.
The talent of Rosita for hosting parties starts from her family gathering and festivities where we as kids were participating. The food we actually experienced at the time from the grandmother's kitchen became a mainstay of her events.
My father was so competitive.
We had games, ping pong.
He was playing, yes, with him.
Any kind of. He was planning the games, making the rules, and then, of course, he was trying to win. Of course, we were never taught how to win, but how to lose, probably.
My mom, she's an amazing dancer, and still today, if she's, you think we are leaving the party, but if she hears some music, she stays and she dances. Last week when we were in Egypt, we were supposed to leave the party, and then the music started, and she was like dancing, leaving the house. Yes. So she doesn't know yet about her 90th party.
It's my 90th birthday. I'm waiting for surprises.
Rosita's 90th is the Missoni Renaissance. Being this a family where we celebrate everything, right? So,
once, yes.
We're going to have a nice party.
Is that enough? Questa sedia.